An afternoon performance of Honk wraps up, and stagehands move in.
We have things going on all over the place at once.
An evening performance of Miss Saigon is just hours away, and teamwork ensures the stage will be ready.
It's a huge collaborative effort between the run crew and myself and one member of the shop. We have the person who runs the light board for Honk is up in the beams, changing over the lighting in the beams. I come out right away and change over the lighting on stage while they're getting rid of the set pieces for Honk.
We all have our own job and we just work as fast as we possibly can.
1, 2, 3, and we're gonna go right where the camera guy is.
There's some that are top heavy that aren't so easy. They're really low and heavy.
21, 22, 23, 96, 97, 98.
It's kind of just a big flow, and once I'm done with the lights, I move on to a different project and give the scissor lift to Tim, who is starting to take down everything else. And then we all kind of get together at the last part of the changeover and do line 7, which are the light boxes and the curtains.
Ready? Yep. Okay. Coming in.
That particular part of the changeover requires as many hands as possible. So we've kind of established a flow where we all have our own jobs, and then at the very end we all do that.
Taking the letters and hooking them to this, what's it called? Batten. And going to pull them up so they can't see them during Saigon.
It's all about, now that I know how to drive, hiding one set from the other so that we don't have to get rid of it. There are elements that we have to get rid of because they just eat up too much space. But and every changeover is different. Some changeovers are easier than others. Every changeover seems to have one part that's difficult, and line 7 for this changeover is probably the difficult part for this particular changeover.
The entire transformation gets done in what seems like record time.
It's about an hour and 10 minutes. That's generally what we try to do. Some changeovers are a little tougher than others depending on the show and the needs of the show. We've kind of gotten it down to a science over the years. This particular set isn't that difficult because the show Honk will move eventually into the black box. It was designed in such a way that it would fit in the black box and on the stage.
For Honk, the switch from the main stage to the black box theater happens about halfway through its run to make way for more productions that will have to be juggled on the main stage. It all takes lots of pre-planning that begins with set designer Brian Mulgrave.
So as we're designing things like Miss Saigon, we're keeping in mind placement and ways to work around the sets that we designed for that show. We're working around that so that we can put the children's show in that space too and make it effective. We also have to keep in mind how that's going to transfer into the black box, and we still want it to look effective in there too. So kind of like designing 3 sets at once.
This is, I believe, is the 3rd show that we've moved from the main stage to the black box. So we're starting to evolve that process and know what we have to think of ahead of time. Some of the challenges are, where you're going to hang things. For instance, with this, how it works right now, a lot of the kids show set is on top of the Saigon set. Well, the Saigon set won't be there, so we've got to rework how it's going to be hung. The black box is a much different space in the sense that you don't have a lot of wing space, you don't have a lot of backstage space, so learning how those wagons are going to maneuver is going to be a challenge.
Look at him. No matter which stage production is on, one thing is for sure.
The crew works really hard. We've done this for so long and it's become such a practice that we've gotten really good at not compromising the integrity of a show. Just because it has to rep out.
It's a scene repeated to perfection almost daily throughout the busy theatrical season at the Arvada Center as performances come and go, ensuring audiences will love what they see when the actors take the stage. Can I dream?